You should be leaving this conference having made a decision, at least for the moment, to say, I will be the creator of change. And I will tell you, if you take on that responsibility, you will be buying yourself many, many problems. But if you don't take on that responsibility, you will be putting off many, many problems. So you have a choice, not whether or not you are going to change, but when you are going to change and how you are going to change. Authorities make decisions. Authorities are not necessarily leaders. We think oftentimes of managers, people who are in charge of railroad systems and logistics systems and supply chains and department stores and all of that as leaders. They may be, again, but they are not necessarily so. They basically coordinate systems. And managers are very good at creating change, but it's the kind of change that is incremental. Fine, good, continuous, a little bit improvement here, a little bit improvement there. What's a leader? A leader is one who creates a new era. A leader is one who on purpose takes on the burden of saying, this can be fundamentally different than it has been. Can we direct an organization to become organized, to go from one state to another state, from the old era to the new era? Can we actually do that? Well, the image I'd share with you is the image of growing a garden. Can you tell the flowers to grow? Of course not. Can you create a plan for how they will and when they will and how tall they will be? No, that's up to them. How do we grow a garden? Lay out the plot, till the soil, plant the seeds, water, fertilize, allow the sunlight to come in, and lo and behold, a garden self-organizes out of all of the materials, the water and the sun and the nutrients of the soil all come together to create, a tomato or a daffodil. It organizes itself. And I think that's what we're looking at in this new world. We cannot mechanically say, you shall go from the first era to the second era. You can only create the conditions to allow an organization to make that transition itself. Well, the first thing to do is to be sure that there's a good reason for going through the transformation. Do not leave the comfort and security and knowledge of what you know how to do well until you are sure it is time to move to the new. It is not just to do it. It is not just to add to the resume. It's not just because somebody told us to. There has to be a fundamental, what I call a case for change. And you have a wonderful case for change presented here. The trends that Maite developed, the historical process we're involved in what Carlotta described is the case for change. It is we have to change. Rationale, vision, commitment, communication, and trust. 5 elements that are like the fertilizer, like the nutrients, like the sun and the water in the garden, that given enough time, there will be a self-organizing change. And who will do that change? Will the leader say, I did that change? No. All the leader did was set up the conditions. Who does the change? The people do the change. And what change will they do? Will it be exactly as it's laid out by the leader in the vision? No. But will it be a change that will be responsive to the world as it is emerging? I trust that it will. That's again where trust comes in. But now we talk about the people, because the people are the essential elements of creating change. It's a process of leading people from one era into another era on purpose, because that is what the world demands, A, but it's also because of what we aspire to be great, to be part of something larger than ourselves. We look back on the old periods of our life, and it's not those periods that were calm that we remember, it's those periods that we were in the struggle. When we did something great, even if we failed, we said we were part of something great. And what leaders do is give people within their sphere of influence the opportunity to participate in something great. Not just because the world is coming in and telling us we have to do this and that and the other thing. Let's use this opportunity to create something that no one has ever created before, to do something new and novel that we can say, I did this.